All right, who thinks the social media ban is a good idea?
Yes, it will have use for stopping the spread of misinformation, and it'll be beneficial for younger people to be able to go out and converse and connect with each other instead of just being on their phones, but it may not actually be very effective.
I read something, I think it was one of the social media giants, it was saying that it's kind of a 20th century approach to a 21st century problem.
I think if the goal of the ban is to help people's mental health, a flat-out ban isn't the answer. Sure, it stops a way that people's mental health worsens, but it also gets rid of all the positives.
Do you think social media is harming young people?
Like on social media, one of the dangerous things is you can look for anything and you can find it.
Even young people get scammed all the time on social media and they sometimes don't even realise it. And it's a really big issue because it really affects their mental health.
I look back on my screen time and think, oh, I didn't spend that long and I spent ages on it, and it's like, was that really worth it?
Yeah, the infinite scrolling and concerns around online safety and mental health are big reasons behind the ban. And while a lot of experts worry about the effects social media might be having on kids, some say a flat-out ban might not be the answer.
It might help some young people, but I think mental health problems were getting worse for young people before social media became a thing. So young people tell us they're stressed, they're worried about schoolwork, about the climate, about their friends, about a whole range of things. And so the ban is not going to fix any of those issues.
Do you have any big questions about how the ban might work?
Like, I have no clue what will and won't be banned and what I can and can't use. That's my question.
And a good question. We don't know for sure which platforms will be included as part of the ban, but the government's already listed some big names like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and X.
YouTube would likely fall within that definition as well.
And people have raised concerns that games like Fortnite and Roblox, or chat platforms like Reddit and Discord, could get caught up in it too.
We think there will be some, of course, exclusions and exemptions.
Yeah, the government has said that messaging services like WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, as well as low-risk services like YouTube Kids, might be safe from the ban. Where it could get tricky is with things like Snapchat, which according to the communications minister, could claim to be a messaging service and not a social media platform.
Snapchat might get an exemption. Well, I don't think so. Why would you exempt a platform that is known for harm? Then they're talking about banning YouTube. What about chatting games where people are bullied? You can't have exemptions. Exemptions create loopholes.
The government's also copped a bit of criticism about its plans to test out new age verification technology, which might mean everybody, including adults, will need to confirm their age when accessing social media. But it's just one of the many things they still have to work out.
It's very important to have privacy protections in place. This is a complex area, but it is one that we are determined to get right. It's one that we are determined to implement because we know what's at stake here.
On the flip side, what do you guys like about social media?
It's undeniably great to connect with your friends, talk with your friends.
I think that it's really, really beneficial for learning new things.
As well, it's great to open new opportunities for people.
And that's something influencers like Sasha Tyers can relate to. She's been creating content since she was a teen.
Good morning, besties. Welcome back to my channel.
And social media is what started her career.
I love that social media can bring so much exposure to a certain creator that you wouldn't get anywhere else. And for me personally, it's created so many opportunities that I never would have had if I didn't have social media.
Do you think it's going to have a big impact on teen influencers and YouTubers?
I think most of the teen influencers and YouTubers, a lot of their following are people around their age because it's very relatable. So I think those kind of people, they'll definitely be affected because they'll lose followers. But I think everyone will definitely notice engagement go down in general.
What do you think it's going to mean for young Aussies?
I think it's going to be definitely a positive thing, especially for bullying and anti-bullying, because I feel like that's become such a large issue. I feel like in my time at high school it was a thing, but I feel like it's just getting worse and worse. And I just feel like that'll be so nice for them to have that removed and be able to kind of just live like they used to and just enjoy time with their friends at school without having to worry, oh, who's behind their screen saying that to me at night time. So I think it'll be so good to remove that.
Are you worried about the ban at all?
Gen Z coming into the workforce as well, you're limiting their prior access to social media, which can affect their media literacy and just their general knowledgeability with social media.
I'm not overly worried about social media being banned, but for groups and especially minorities and people that don't feel comfortable talking out loud or with other people, like people that are socially awkward, it's really hard to find people that are like you and are interested in the same things as you.
Do you think the social media ban will work?
Not in the slightest. I think that it won't work because there's not really much to enforce it.
And just banning it outright isn't the solution for mental health. The government should be addressing the causes of the mental health and then talking with media companies and making sure that they take action to ensure that their apps aren't poor for people's mental health.
In reality, we'll have social media as an aspect of our lives as we progress because, of our generation. So it's important to teach them how to use that healthily and find the good aspects of it and what they can get out of it instead of banning it altogether.
And is there anything you're doing to prepare for the ban?
Because it's happening to everyone, I don't have to message my friends being like, guys, it's the last you'll see me on this app because I'm going to be banned off it because they're going through the same stuff.
I'll just have to transfer all my forms of communication to messages, I guess, because it's a slight inconvenience, but it'll be fine.
I've tried to change my age on my Instagram account, but you need an ID for it, so I'm not sure what's going to happen there.
Cheating the system.
Yeah.
You're just
let everybody know.